Estamos de vuelta. And we are back. Estamos de vuelta. buenos días, muy buenos días a todos. Today, el día de hoy, vamos a hablar sobre métodos de transporte y cómo agarrar un taxi. All right, all right. So today we're going to be talking about methods of transportation and how to catch a taxi. Catch a taxi. All right. So we got two people viewing right now. Good, good, good. Hello, hello. Send a message, send a greetings. Saludos a todos. Y podemos empezar en un rato. ¿Listo? All right. So we're supposed to have a few students joining the live broadcast today. I'll give it a few minutes. And in the meantime, I will talk about one thing that came across is how to stay motivated, how to learn Spanish actually, because you signed up for classes or you're self-taught or you're watching videos. But what is the method to learn for things to be able to retain in your mind and use it? So I was talking with a student of mine, and I told them first what you have to do is you have to develop an exercise that you can apply what you learn new. You can't just learn new vocabulary and flashcards, because if you're not using it, then it goes in and out. One thing with learning a language is you don't learn a language to take a test and pass it so you get merits and pats on the back. A language learning is a lifelong skill set and experience. So you have to learn the language and you have to use it. Just like when you learn to walk, you have to walk. Otherwise, it'll go away. You won't be able to walk if you don't continues to walk. So for example, if you learn what you can learn today is how to catch a taxi. So then you could say how to catch other things or how to ask for prices of other things. We'll ask for prices of the taxi to get to our location. All right. All right. And we'll ask where things are located. All right. Today in today's class. So, a ver, a ver. Y entonces, estamos de vuelta y vamos a empezar. Ok, so, llegaste en tu destino. You arrived in your destination. Now, you're at the airport. Está en el aeropuerto y necesita recoger, necesita agarrar un taxi. Necesita agarrar un taxi. So, that's the first thing we're going to learn, the phrase. Necesito agarrar un taxi. A ver, a ver. Buenos días, buenos días. ¿Me escuchas?
Sí,
Excelente,
escucho.
excelente, excelente. Eres la primera estudiante aquí el día de hoy. No sé lo que pasó con otros, pero estamos aquí y podemos empezar. So first thing we're working on is you arrived at the airport and you need to get a taxi. Necesito agarrar un taxi.
Okay.
Okay, so our first verb, what are the two verbs in that phrase? Necesito agarrar un taxi.
Necesitar y agarrar.
Muy bien, excelente, excelente.
¿Qué deletrea la palabra agregar? Agregar.
Agarrar,
Agarrar.
agarrar.
Un
Así.
momento. Agarrar. agarrar. Su deletrea A-G-A-R-A-R.
Casi. A, G, A, R, R, A, R.
A-R.
Agarrar.
Agarrar.
Ra, sí.
R-R. Ok, doble R.
Sí, muy bien, muy bien. Y entonces, necesito agarrar un taxi.
Necesito agarrar un taxi porque
Okay.
agarrar significa to get.
Well, agarrar significa to grab.
Okay, to grab. Agarrar, to grab. Okay, agarrar.
Sí. Y entonces, there's no direct translation for to get. So we have to look at different ways to say to get. Like I need to get right. I need to get up. I need to get going.
Mhm.
Things like that. So it's no really direct translation. Well, there is a verb called get, like conseguir,
Yeah.
but we'll use how we'll see how to use it in different ways. We don't usually use conseguir to mean conseguir levantar. You don't say that. No, no, no.
Okay.
So we usually
Okay.
say to get.
Necesito
I know.
agarrar un taxi. Okay.
Mm-hmm. See. So I know other people might say, well, we use a different word in there, but you know, that's more of a natural thing. Necesito agarrar. I need to grab a taxi. All right. A ver. Y entonces, so you have to get a taxi. And now you're at the airport, and maybe you had someone could come pick you up, or maybe you didn't. Let's just go with the option. You had someone to come pick you up, but before you had them come pick you up, you had to agree on a price, right? So you know how much you got to pay them for them to take you to your destination. So you're going to ask them, hey, how do you say, can you pick me up at the airport? You know how to say that? You muted yourself.
Necesitamos, en este caso, necesitamos usar conseguir o escoger.
Can you pick me up at the airport? We're gonna use pick me up. That's the
Okay, pick me up. So escoger significa to pick, right?
oh. Escoger significa to choose.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, then no escoger. ¿Cómo se dice to pick up en español?
Recoger.
Re-
Recoger.
recoger. R-E-C-O-G-E-R. Recoger.
Recoger. Otra
Okay.
vez.
Recoger.
Sí.
Sí, so recoger. Recoger. Can you pick? Okay, to pick up. ¿Me recoges al aeropuerto a las 9 de la mañana, por favor?
Okay. Almost. You said me pick up at airport. That's how we
Oh,
say that. Me pick up.
no, exactamente, because no, en este caso yo necesito usar poder y recoger. Okay, so,
Ajá. Dos verbos. Muy bien.
okay, sí. So, en este caso yo necesito decir, pick up me. Are you able? Okay, so, ¿me puedes recoger al aeropuerto a las 9 de la mañana, por favor?
Almost. So we have to look at a quick preposition.
Okay.
En el aeropuerto. Because in English we say that, but
Ah,
in Spanish it's in.
okay.
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 Estoy en el supermercado. I am at the market, supermarket. We don't say estoy al supermercado. We say estoy en el supermercado. ¿Dónde estás? Estoy
Ah,
en el supermercado. ¿Dónde
okay.
estás? Estoy en la casa. We don't say I'm at the
Okay.
house. We say
Okay.
I'm in the house. Okay. So, ¿me puedes recoger en el aeropuerto? Porfa. That gives you a little bit more natural. I know porfa is the short version for por favor. Most people nowadays, they say porfa.
Porfa. Oh, okay, porfa. Okay. So, ¿me puedes recoger en el aeropuerto? Porfa.
So, of course, we're going to say, claro que sí, ¿a qué hora vas a llegar?
Creo
So
que
what was the
sí.
question in there?
Yo necesito, ¿a
What was
qué
the
hora?
question? Make sure we understood the question.
Sí,
Claro
sí,
que sí,
sí.
¿a qué hora vas a llegar?
Um, tú, ¿a qué hora? ¿Otra vez? ¿A qué hora?
¿A qué hora vas a llegar?
¿A qué hora vas a llegar? Um, yo voy a llegar a las 9 de la mañana.
Okay, good, 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 good. Pero what we're doing now is we're making sure that, because different levels of people are going to be learning and watching. So what does that? Let's make sure we understand what that means first.
Okay, when you
¿A qué
said
hora vas a llegar?
vas a llegar, okay, at what time do you arrive? Are you going to, what time are you going to arrive?
Good job, good job. What time are you going to arrive? Good, good, good. And we'll have a little practice at the end. We want to just go over a few phrases, then we'll have a little bit of practice at the end, making sure that we are able to understand the conversation. Okay, so good. At what time are you going to arrive? And then you tell them, go ahead, tell us a few times, different times that you'll arrive.
Okay, uh, ¿cómo se dice delay en español?
Una demora.
Una
Una
demora.
demora.
Si no tengo una demora, luego a las 9 de la mañana, pero si una demora, yo tengo una demora, luego a las 10 de la mañana, por favor.
Good, good, good. Not bad, not bad. But we want to say, si hay una demora.
Si hay
Right.
una demora, por favor escribe, por favor, en chat.
Claro, 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 claro. Si hay una demora, if there is a delay.
Si hago, si hay o si hago.
Si hay, si hay.
Si hay una demora. Okay, si hay una demora.
Sí,
Es porque hay, if there is, to be there. Okay, gotcha.
sí, sí. Do
Si,
we recall how to say there is or there are?
uh, let's do it again because I want to say I, there is.
Okay, so let's go over that. That's a very
Yeah,
important piece of information we have to learn in our communication and fluidity in Spanish. It's how
okay,
to say there is or there are.
okay.
There is, there are. And it's very simple. It's one
Mm-hmm.
word. And that simple word is I.
I.
You see, some people may get confused in beginning Spanish because it's plural and singular, but it's the same thing. If you say there is, there
Ah,
are, I.
okay.
That's it.
I.
I. So let's
I.
take a look at a few examples with I for how would you say there is a traffic jam? That'd be
¿Cómo se
important if you're
dice
riding in a
jam?
taxi.
Sí, ¿cómo se dice jam en español?
Well, you can't say there's a specific word for that.
Okay, got you.
That's a
So
good
it might be a
question.
modismo. Pero I would say this. I would just be like, si hay la tráfica. No, 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 not the traffic. If there's traffic, si hay tráfica or tráfico.
Okay, so there are two ways, two words to say it. There are two words, two ways to say traffic jam.
Okay.
And let's see. So now the second word is going to be very, very used a lot in Dominican Republic. I learned that in Dominican Republic. Actually, here was a funny story in Panama. I was talking to the guy, and I said, si no hay a tapón. He said, a tapón. Eres de la República Dominicana porque es una palabra de uso de mi país. So he was from the Dominican Republic,
He
and
was from the
he
yeah.
asked, yeah, a tapón. So we have two words to use for a traffic jam. Two words I know. There may be another word, it may have slipped my mind, but we have two words: atasco y atapón. Atapón.
Atasco y atapón. And I
Right.
could tell he was from Dominican Republic because not only did he say mi país, like the República de Dominicana, but also how you just spoke it in a Dominican accent too.
I I
Okay.
could try to imitate the Dominican accent.
So
It's where I
atapón
got my
y
start. So
sí, sí, hizo el modismo. Atapón o ¿qué?
Atasco, atasco.
Atasco, atasco. Okay,
Mhm.
si hay atapón o si hay atasco.
Si hay un atasco, si hay
Si
un
hay un
atapón.
atasco. Okay, si hay un atapón o si
Mhm.
hay un atasco.
Uh-huh. See, say CI. That's if
Si
there
hay.
is. Okay, so let's look at some examples real quickly. We'll go into that in a few minutes to make sure we understand how to say there is or there are. So
Okay.
let's see. Again, how do you say there is a traffic jam?
Si hay
No, no,
un.
there is a traffic jam, not if.
Okay. Hay un atapón.
No,
Una
atapón
atapón.
is masculino.
Un atapón, ¿sí? Un
Sí, sí,
atapón.
sí,
Sí,
exactamente.
okay. Hay un atapón.
Ah, you did it again. You said una.
No. I said because it's atapón, no?
Try again, try again.
Hay un atapón, ¿no?
Si hay un atapón.
Un atapón. Un,
Sí,
un atapón o un atapón.
sí, un atapón.
Un atapón.
Si hay un atapón, si hay un
Okay.
atapón.
Hay un atapón.
Sí, sí, it runs together.
Sí.
Si hay un atapón.
Si hay un atapón. Si hay un atapón.
Uh-huh. Or si hay un atasco, atasco.
Si hay un atasco.
That's if there is a traffic jam. But how do you
Sí.
say there is a traffic jam? Go ahead.
Hay un atapón.
No, no, it's not. It's not I for the
Okay.
expression like I, mi madre. No, not that.
Okay. Okay.
Hay una tapón.
Hay un atapón.
Hay una tapón. Hay una
Hay,
tapón.
hay un atapón.
Ajá, mejor, mejor. Okay, so how would you say there is a book on the table?
Hay un libro en la mesa.
Huh? You could say, or you could say, hay un libro sobre la mesa. That's better.
Sí. Okay. Hay un libro sobre la mesa.
Sí, muy bien, sobre la mesa.
Sobre la mesa.
How you say there are, this might be a trick one here. There are clothes in the dryer.
I, there are clothes. Okay, uh, una, uh, una ropas, hay ropas en la secadora.
Ooh, gotcha.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
did.
Okay, remember with ropa, we never pluralize ropa. It's
Uh-huh.
always ropas, that's it. Ropa,
Okay,
simplemente la ropa. So you
okay,
would say, hay ropa en la secadora.
okay. Hay ropa en la secadora. Hay ropa en la secadora.
Sí, hay ropa en la secadora. Exactamente. Hay ropa en la secadora.
Hay ropa en la secadora. Hay
Sí,
ropa
sí.
en la secadora.
Okay. So how would you say there is a tree in the yard?
Hay un árbol en, en la jardín o en el jardín.
Okay.
¿Cómo se dice yard en español?
Okay, se dice el patio.
El patio. Okay.
Now, it
So,
might be, like I said, it might be another word in other countries they use, but like I said, I'm speaking with the words that I've learned in the vocabulary in the country I've learned it. So, patio. Okay,
patio.
so
Okay.
there is a tree in the yard.
Hay un árbol. No, es accente, so, árbol. Hay un árbol en, en el patio.
Okay. Hay un árbol, árbol,
Árbol. Árbol.
árbol en el patio.
Hay un árbol en el patio.
Okay. One more. there are some books on the table.
Hay algunos libros sobre la mesa.
Okay, I'll make it easy for you. There are books on the table. There are books on the table.
Okay. There are books. Hay libros sobre la mesa.
Hay libros sobre la mesa. Muy bien. So, what I asked you to say that and to do was because when you have more than one thing or a singular thing, the word I doesn't change. So there is, there are, it's all the same. Okay?
Sí.
So I una tapón. So we said there's a traffic jam. All right. So he'll come to pick you up at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? At the
Sí.
airport. Okay,
Sí.
great. So what's your next question you're going to ask?
¿Qué es el precio?
Okay, so you want to know the price, right?
Sí.
Oh, we don't normally say ¿qué es el precio? We can use say ¿cuánto cobra?
¿Cuánto cobra?
¿Cuánto cobras?
¿Cuándo cobras?
Is it cuando? No, it's not cuando. We're asking
¿Cuánto?
the price. We're going to say
¿Cuánto?
cuando, right? Sí.
¿Cuánto cobras? ¿Qué significa cobras? The cost?
Uh-huh. ¿Cuánto cobras?
¿Cuánto cobras?
Okay, so if I say ¿cuánto cobras? With your experience and your learning of Spanish, what is the verb in that phrase? ¿Cuánto cobras?
Cobrar.
Uh-huh. Do you think that means cost?
Cobrar.
What do you think
No.
that means? Take a wild guess. If I say ¿cuánto cobras?
How much? Oh, how much money? I don't know how much.
How much money?
No, of course not money.
Verb, right?
Cobras. Un momento. Cobras. ¿Cuánto cobras? No sé por qué, no sé la palabra cobrar.
But take an educated guess. If you're asking the price, you want to ask someone the price, and you say ¿cuánto cobras? What do you think that means? It's a verb. You know it's a verb. Use your clues and your logical deduction. ¿Cuánto means how much, right?
Sí.
All right. So what do you think comes next? How much?
How much?
Cobras. So what's the subject of that? Cobras.
How much money? That's all. I'm
No,
just
you're not thinking. Cobras. That verb is conjugated to who?
to you. Oh, how much you charge?
You
How much
see,
you
you
charge?
see. Even if you
Sí,
don't know
sí,
what the
sí,
verb
sí.
means, you can figure out by
Sí,
20 test clues.
sí, exactamente. ¿Cuánto cobras? Okay, how much you charge? Sí, okay.
So now you begin to understand the importance of conjugating verbs and how
Sí,
easy it is to figure things out if you don't know exactly what the verbs are, right?
exactamente, sí, claro que
Exactamente.
sí.
Well, I couldn't have said it no better. That's exactly it. ¿Cuánto cobras?
¿Cuánto cobras? How much you charge?
Sí, sí, sí. All right. Bueno, sea desde el puerto hasta, bueno, ¿dónde te quedas? ¿Dónde te quedas? Dame la dirección.
¿Dónde te quedas? Where you want to go?
No, wait, ¿dónde te quedas? What that mean? ¿Dónde te quedas? Because that's what I asked you. Because they're going to have to know.
¿Dónde
They're
te
going to have to know.
quedas?
Yeah, they're going to have to know where to take you before they know how much to charge you, right? Because depending on your location to go, it's going to be different prices. So, what do you think, Des? What do you think
¿Dónde
that
te
means?
quedas?
Or ¿dónde te quedarás? Yeah, we'll say
Te
¿dónde te
quedarás.
quedarás?
Te quedarás. Where you go?
Where you go? How do you say go?
Oh no. Where you want? Hold on. ¿Dónde te quedas?
¿Dónde te quedarás?
Te
¿Dónde te
quedarás.
quedarás? Sí.
¿Qué deletrea quedarás? Q, U.
¿Cómo se deletrea? ¿Cómo se?
¿Cómo se deletrea? ¿Cómo se deletrea quedarás?
Q,
No.
quedarás, quedarás.
¿Cómo
¿Dónde
se
te quedas?
deletrea? Sí, ¿cómo se deletrea quedarás?
Quedará. Tilde S. quedarás.
Quedará, so quedar. Uh, quedar significa stay, to stay.
Ah, you see,
Uh-huh, okay. Say,
quedarse,
okay.
to stay, no?
Quedarse. See. So where will you be staying?
Uh-huh. Good job. You see, context clues help you figure out even if you don't know whether because you understand the situation. He needs to know where you're going. He or she needs to know where you're going to charge you or to quote your price, right? If
Exactamente,
it's 1 block away,
exactamente.
it's going to be lesser than if it's 5 blocks away. All right.
Sí.
All right. Good job. Good job. ¿Dónde te quedarás? And in that
Ah,
case, you would need to know the direction, right? I keep saying
sí,
the direction, but it's actually the address. In
okay.
Spanish, of course, you would say
Direcciones.
la dirección, right?
Sí.
Okay. Entonces, dime
Dime,
la dirección.
quedarás.
Dime la
Uh,
dirección. La dirección.
yo quiero, yo quiero
You
en
have
el
to tell them the
centro.
direction, la dirección, right?
Sí.
So make up an address.
Um,
It's hypothetical, so
let's
make up
see,
an
let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. 330.
Okay, so go
Hello.
ahead. Go ahead.
I could say 333, la calle de Manzana. ¿Sí?
Like I said, just you know that you gotta give them the address, right?
Sí.
Okay, so here's a helpful tip. Now, in the country of Colombia, that's the most I'm familiar with,
Ujú.
addresses, direcciones, empieza con calle or carrera. So I'm gonna give you a hint.
Okay.
The address scheme. Calle 49, and usually it could be a letter with an A, and then it'll
Okay.
be número. We'll make up some número. We'll say 03 con 19.
Okay.
03 con 19. What number is that? A
February
ver.
19th.
03 con 19. A ver. And they'll usually ask you el barrio, and you could say barrio Los Pinos. This is just direction. I'm sorry, I keep saying direction. Well, yeah, la dirección en Medellín. Okay, Los
Okay.
Pinos, en Medellín. And then nowadays they're having código postal. So sometimes you can say the código postal for help, and sometimes you don't need to. But we'll just go
Okay.
with the address scheme like that. Okay.
Okay.
Calle 49A, número 03 con 19, Los Pinos, Medellín. A ver. All
Okay.
right, so he gives you the price. So you give him the address, he'll tell you the price. And
Okay.
he said, so he tell you the price, you know, your numbers. So of course you know your numbers. And then he said, okay, claro que sí, y te voy a recoger a las 9 de la mañana. ¿Listo?
Sí, lista.
Excelente, muchísimas gracias, pues. Nos vemos. Oh, but you gotta tell me la fecha.
La fecha,
Sí, ¿cuándo vas a llegar?
yo voy a llegar en la fecha.
Voy a llegar. How do you tell a date?
Okay, la
Voy a
fecha,
llegar jueves, ¿no?
sí, jueves, marzo 19.
Hey, we don't do it like that.
Oh,
What do we say first when we're telling the date in Espanol? What comes
okay, ya.
first?
19 de marzo 2022 años.
Hey, we don't say años after that. We just
Oh,
say
no,
dos
no,
mil veintidós.
2022. Sí, 2022.
No, 2022.
2022.
2022.
2022.
But we don't need to tell the year because we're probably talking about within that same year. So we don't need to usually tell them the year when they're picking us up at the airport.
Okay.
So, ¿cuándo vas a llegar?
jueves 19 de marzo.
Vale. Entonces nos vemos allá, pues. Nos
Otra
vemos
vez.
allá. Sí, nos vemos
Sí,
allá, pues.
nos vemos allá, sí. Say, see you later. Allá,
Nos
see
vemos
you there
allá
later.
pues.
Allá
You know what it
pues.
means? What does nos vemos mean? Nos vemos.
See you later.
No, see you later. Nos vemos. What's that mean?
Nos vemos. Oh, okay. We're going.
We'll see each other. I say it all the
Yeah,
time. We'll see
yeah.
each other.
We'll see each other. We'll see each other. Allá. We'll see each other there.
Nos vemos allá pues.
Pues, if you're able, if you can.
Pues, if you're able. So we'll see each other's pues. It's a thing that people do in that area of Medellin.
Like it's sealed. Like it's sealed.
Just say pues, that's
But
just an accent that people not. I wouldn't say accent. It's just something that I forget the word.
modismo, modismos.
No, no, it's not modismo. Just it's something that people put on when they're talking.
Okay. Like to emphasize it. Like, yeah, this is like it's a sealed deal. Like we're confirming it.
I can't remember exactly what it is. There's a word for it. I just can't remember exactly
Okay.
what it means. When you put stuff on like that. Okay, so you got the direction, you have the price, and they pick you up at the airport. All right, so you arrive. There it is. Hey, how you doing? You're familiar with the person. You greet them, and they're picking you up. Or sometimes you arrive, you come through customs, and they say, "My friend, ni taxi." Of course, they're going to try to speak the English that they can speak to you.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, you need taxi. You need taxi, taxi, taxi. And what do you tell them?
No, no, mi amigo. Ya llamé un taxi.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. No gracias. Ya tengo.
No, gracias, ya tengo.
No gracias. Ya tengo.
Ah, sí, no, gracias, ya tengo.
Ya tengo. I already have. No gracias. Ya tengo. Good, 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 good. All right.
Friend,
So
need
you got
taxi?
the person.
No, gracias, ya tengo.
Right, right, right. Okay, so they take you to your address. You gave them the address. Let's talk about a little bit of telling them, let's see, where to go. You could go turn left, turn right, keep straight. See, turn left, turn right. Let's go over there. How do you say turn left? Well, most people won't. If they're arriving in a new place, they're not going to be able to give the directions. But if you're arriving in a place that's very familiar and the driver, unfortunately, a lot of taxis in Medellin don't know how to get to places. They'll try to take you around. And if you're fortunate enough to be a person who goes to a place a lot, you know the area, you can give them directions. That's the best.
Mm-hmm.
But the good thing is if you agreed on a price already before they can just lollygag and drive you in a roundabout way, they're not going to try to waste time on the gas because they're not going to get any extra money. You already agreed on a
Mm-hmm.
price. All
Okay.
right. So let's talk about telling them to directions.
Okay.
So you could say turn left. You know how to say turn left?
Uh,
Gira a la derecha. A
¿Cómo?
la izquierda, Caetana. Gira a la izquierda. Gira a la izquierda.
Gira a la izquierda.
A la
¿Qué,
izquierda.
¿Cómo se deletrea era?
Girar, girar.
Girar.
Sí, girar, gira a la izquierda.
Girar a la izquierda.
Sí,
¿Cómo se deletrea girar? Girar.
trate de
Y
hacerlo. Girar, girar.
girar, girar. I R
Girar,
A.
sí.
Girar. I R A. Girar.
Girar, ¿cómo se dice? Girar, girar.
Girar. Girar. J G girar. 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 Girar.
Sí, sí, muy bien.
Girar.
Girar, girar.
Girar a la izquierda.
Sí.
Izquierda. Okay.
Gira,
Izquierda.
gira, gira a la izquierda.
Gira a la izquierda.
Ajá.
Izquierda.
You say turn right.
Girar a la derecha.
Muy bien. Gira a la derecha. All right. So that brings us to a new verb. Girar.
Girar.
To turn. Now, some countries you may hear them say doblar, which means to fold or to turn.
Okay.
I like to use
Doblar.
girar. It's more of a direct of turn. Okay, girar, to turn. Now, sometimes you'll hear people say doblar, but doblar usually means like you're folding clothes. Doblar la ropa.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not going to go into conjugation of girar. It's a added verb, regular added verb. Let's take a look real quick. We went over this before in the class. We'll review it again at commands. So we have the positive to command, mandatos command, positive to command.
Mm-hmm.
That simply, you drop the S off of the to conjugation of the verb. Drop the S off the to conjugation of the verb.
Será.
So if I say drop the S off the to conjugation of the verb, I'm going to say the verb and you tell me the command form of it. I'll just start with regular verbs. There are a few irregulars. That'll be another time, another moment for irregulars. So if
Vale.
I say hablas, what's the command? Hablas.
Habla.
Ah, muy bien, muy bien. Comes.
Come.
Ajá. Girar. Oh, perdón,
Gira.
giras. Giras.
Gira.
Ajá. Gira a la izquierda. See?
Gira a la izquierda. Sí.
And then there's other command forms that you can use too, but we're just working with the to command right now. Something simple, and then we can get into more detail, enriching your knowledge and understanding as you progress in language learning. But right now, we just want to be able to tell them turn left, turn right. And there's two forms to say go straight.
Okay.
Sigue,
Adentro.
sigue, to go straight.
Okay. Oh, no. Adelante. Siga adelante.
That means forward, but sigue puede decir derecho o recto.
Okay. Puede ser derecho o recto. Sigue
Derecho, derecho.
derecho.
That means straight, or you can say recto.
Sigue recto. Sigue recto or sigue derecho.
So you'll hear today. The other day in taxi, I heard recto. I told him
Recto.
sigue derecho. He said recto, and then I said sí, sigue recto. And again, that depending on the country, but just they'll understand. You say derecho, and they usually use recto in your country. It's hard to know exactly unless you've been in that country for years, a few years. It's hard to know exactly what specific verb or word they're going to use in that local dialect, but they understand you. There are plenty of foreign travelers that go to other countries that speak, like, for example, there are plenty of people from Mexico who go to Dominican Republic, Colombia, and here in Panama. So they understand each other. It's not like because they speak Mexican Spanish, they can't speak and communicate effectively with someone from Panama. It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
It's just like someone from England communicating with someone from the United States or someone from New York communicating with someone from Mississippi.
Exactamente.
Recto. Okay, sigue recto. Derecho. That means keep straight. Okay? Or continue straight. The other verb to keep is mantener, but if you say sigue derecho, sigue recto, they'll understand. All right. So we have a la izquierda, a la derecha, recto, derecho, and there you have it, the future. All right. Now, say for instance, if you want to know where something is, location of something. El museo. Do you know how to say, where is the museum?
¿Dónde está el museo?
Good. But let me give you something which is, that works. But let me give you an extra thing that most people use that sometimes they don't teach you in class. Okay, where is the museum? Okay, so we would say, look at this.
¿Dónde el museo?
¿Dónde queda
¿Dónde queda el
el
museo?
museo? ¿Dónde queda el museo?
¿Dónde queda el museo?
¿Dónde queda el museo? Right. ¿Dónde queda el museo?
Donde
Hmm?
quiera el museo.
Say. All right. One thing you want to ask them if they tell you, okay, yeah, they know where it's at, they give you the direction, and you want to say you want to catch if you didn't order a car service and you want to catch a taxi to the museum.
Mhm.
Okay. So you can say, ¿sabe dónde queda el museo?
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 Mhm. So he'll say, sí. And then you want to say, what do you, if you're trying to catch a taxi and you say, ¿sabe dónde queda el museo? He tells you, sí. What are you going to say next?
Oh, I see. ¿Cuánto cobras?
Ajá, ¿cuánto cobras? Because sometimes the taxis will not have a medidor, meter,
Medidor. Okay.
medidor. Ajá.
Medidor.
So you say, ¿cuánto cobras? Good job. We learned that earlier. Okay. A ver. So you can try to get an agreement because you don't want, one thing you don't want to do is, people, unfortunately, and I've found that with taxis, they're the most gouging, just say price gouging people. So you have to know how
Mhm.
to haggle them to get your fair price. It's not about, oh, I have the money. It's about, I just don't, yeah.
Se
Don't try.
dice en inglés, sí, se dice en inglés, an agreement is an agreement. That's an agreement. That's it.
Exactly. Exactamente. Estamos de acuerdo y ya, mano.
Sí.
Sí, sabe, but you could say, ¿sabe dónde queda el museo? All right, so you're catching your taxi, you agreed on the price, ¿cuánto cobras? There you go. Other forms to ask the price is ¿cuánto cobras? What else can you say?
Okay.
¿Cuánto es? ¿A cuánto?
Otra vez, por favor.
¿Cuánto es?
¿Cuánto es?
¿Cuánto es?
Oh, ¿cuánto es?
How much is it?
Okay,
¿Cuánto
¿cuánto
es?
es? ¿Cuánto
¿Cuánto? ¿A
cobras?
cuánto?
¿A cuánto? ¿Qué
Just
significa a cuánto?
it's like at how much?
¿A cuánto? Okay, sí.
¿Cuánto es? I'm just sharing phrases that we learned along the way living in Latin America. Okay,
Okay.
in particular Colombia. It's the place I
¿Cuánto
reside. So,
cobras?
mhm.
¿Cuánto es? ¿A
Uh-huh.
cuánto? Okay, es mismo.
Sí. Good. So we basically got a comfortable command. Or sí, ¿cuánto cuesta? That's a good one.
¿Cuánto
¿Cuánto cuesta?
cuesta?
Yes. ¿Cuánto cuesta?
And ¿cuánto cuesta? Is how much is the cost, basically? How much the cost?
How
¿Cuánto
much
cuesta?
cost? How much does it
Okay.
cost?
Okay, ¿cuánto cuesta?
¿Cuánto cuesta? That'd be costar. That's a new verb.
Sí.
Costar, meaning to cost.
Costar es el verbo irregular, ¿sí?
Sí, es un verbo irregular. Bien hecho. So let's take a look here. Cuesto, cuestas, cuesta. Costamos, cuesta.
Okay. Cuesto,
A
cuesta.
ver. Y entonces, we got a command of catching a taxi from the airport or a ride service from the airport to our dirección. Good job. Now, other forms of transportation may be el autobús,
El
transporte
autobús,
público.
transporte público. El autobús es transporte público.
Ujú. Transporte público. O el autobús, el metro.
El metro.
Ah, hay un metro aquí en Panamá, hay un metro en Medellín, Colombia, y other countries, other cities may have a metro too as well.
Okay.
A
La
ver,
República Dominicana tiene el
Sí,
metro.
la República Dominicana también tiene
Okay.
metro. Sí, metro. So that's the
Metro.
public train system. They just say
Sí.
metro,
Metro.
public train, metro.
Es mismo en Estados Unidos, metro.
El metro. Sí, el metro. Public train. Okay, so of course, if you want to go to the metro, I'm just going to give you an example from my experience. You have to buy a metro card here in Colombia, in Ecuador, in Panama, in República Dominicana. Those are 4 countries I rode the metro in. So you have to buy yourself a card. Una tarjeta. Comprar una tarjeta. You have to buy a card. Comprar
Well,
una.
you have to buy, so tienes que comprar una tarjeta de
Muy
metro,
bien,
¿no?
muy bien,
Sí,
muy
sí.
bien. So, and then you have to cargar, not cagar, cargar. You have to charge the card. You have to put a
Sí,
balance on it.
sí,
Remember,
cargar.
see, this is where it comes important to understand small, subtle differences in words because cagar and cargar are 2 different words. You don't want to say cagar when you mean cargar. Okay, practice that. Let's hear that.
¿Cómo se deletrea cagar y cagar?
Uh, we're going to use cargar, but I'm not going to tell you about cagar. That's something different, right?
Cagar.
And people who know
Ah,
what it is,
sí,
yeah.
so cagar, su deletrea
No, no, no. We don't
C-A-G-A.
need we don't need cagar. We're right now working with cargar.
Exactamente,
Cargar.
pero yo necesito saber, no, yo quiero saber, ah, cagar, se deletrea cagar es como se dice la diferencia entre,
Listen to the sound before we listen to the spelling
okay,
and repeat back. Cagar. Repeat.
cagar,
Cagar. Mm-hmm.
cagar.
Cargar.
Ah, sí, ok, cagar. La diferencia es un R. Ok, gotcha.
Okay. Muy bien, muy bien. Repítelo. Cagar.
Cagar,
Cargar.
cagar. Ok, sí.
A little bit
Cagar,
smoother.
cagar,
Cargar.
cagar, 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 cargar, cagar, cargar.
Mhm.
Ok.
Load to charge. So you want to load up your card. There'll be a machine for you to load up your card, or you can go to the booth and the agent will help you. And let's see, I'm going to say from charging the booth in the metro in Colombia, you say buenas, you greet them. Buenas, me gustaría cargar, not cagar, me gustaría cargar la tarjeta, and they'll ask you how much, cuánto, a cuánto.
Mm,
And then you tell them,
uh,
yeah.
$20.
Woo! Not that much. We got to remember that money has to match the local economy. So
Oh, okay,
$20
okay.
is a lot for certain countries. You know, maybe you want to maybe only with amount up start off with maybe $5 because
Okay,
remember an average one-way pass in certain countries is only up to 60 cents at maximum or 75 cents. So you don't want to start with $20 unless you're living there and working there. You're going to charge it maybe 20 for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, or maybe the month
okay, okay, okay.
or half the month, 2 weeks. Yeah. All right. So they're going to ask you cuánto, and you tell them, me gustaría cargar
$5. Me
cinco
gustaría
dólares.
cagar, sí, me gustaría cagar $5 solamente ahora.
Well, yeah, and try to, the best thing to do is learn the local, practice learning the local, what is it? What do you call it? Efectivo, local
Monedas,
currency,
efectivo,
local
sí.
currency, right?
Currencia, sí. Currencia.
Local currency, la moneda, learn the local moneda or divisa. Moneda or
Ah,
divisa. Moneda is more, it's
pesos.
coin, divisa, la divisa, currency.
So, en pesos, en colombiana, sí, me gustaría cargar mi tarjeta por $5, ¿no?
Oh no, in Colombia, single pesos is nothing. You probably want to say
5,000.
you probably want to start off with, let's see, 20 is a good amount. 20,000.
Ok, 20,000 pesos, sí, sí,
See,
sí, ok.
20,000 pesos. Okay, so you charged your card, you got it, they gave it to you, they give you a receipt as well,
Gracias.
and con mucho gusto. Then you have your card, you swipe it over the booth just like normal, you walk in, you're in. All right, so we went over taxi, public transportation, a bus or the train. Well, not the bus, but the train, el metro. Now, for as far as the bus, you get on the bus, and then you can some buses you can use that same card in certain countries to charge it, or you'll just have to pay with cash. All right. So,
Efectivo.
and of course, you know when you go into bus, sube, el autobús. You go up in the bus. You're getting up in the bus. Sube el autobús. And you say, how much? And they'll tell you. Or you'll see a sign and you put the money in the booth, all right? So sube
Okay.
el autobús. When you want to get off, you press that button and they'll stop at the next stop. Or if there's no button to press, you can say, por favor, déjame.
Okay, por favor, déjame.
Or déjame, por.
Solamente si el autobús no tiene el botón, ¿sí?
Sí. Déjame aquí, porfa.
Déjame aquí, porfa. Así, porfa. Déjame aquí, porfa.
Déjame aquí, porfa.
Aquí, sí, gracias.
Okay. Déjame aquí, porfa. O la próxima, porfa.
La próxima, porfa. Oye, mi amigo, déjame, porfa. Déjame aquí, porfa. No.
Usually
La
you say
próxima,
señor.
porfa.
Usually you can say señor or señora.
Okay. Señor, déjame aquí, porfa. Aquí?
Déjame
No.
aquí,
La próxima, porfa.
No, listen. La próxima. Próxima is English. Próxima.
La próxima, porfa.
La próxima.
La próxima.
Sí, we say próxima because parada.
Parada.
La próxima parada.
La próxima parada. Ajá.
Sí, próxima.
Parada está. ¿Sí?
Sí, la próxima parada.
La próxima parada.
Muy bien. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and wrap up today's session. Excellent session. You learned. And, the best thing to do is anticipate your conversation and your situation so you can prepare your vocabulary and then you can practice and know what you're going to say. And you build more confidence when you anticipate and you practice around a certain scenario and situation, like catching a taxi from the airport to your dirección. Or if you're in the grocery store, you can, prepare your vocabulary and things you want to buy, how much it's going to cost, and your change and exchanging of money like that. So that's what I always say, prepare your situation that you're getting into and build more confidence in your Spanish speaking ability. Okay?
Sí, exactamente. Es mismo en mi vida.
Sí, es la misma vaina en inglés.
Sí.
Exactamente. Bueno, I don't see any questions appearing in today's chats. And again, if you like, please subscribe, share, and comment at the bottom. And also, if you have any questions or anything, let me know and go ahead and send a message here at the chats, and I'll definitely respond to the chats. Okay?
Vale. Gracias para sus instrucciones hoy.
Ok, no hay problema. Con mucho gusto. Y nos vemos. Hasta la próxima, pues.
Sí.
Ya pues.
Tenga un buen día.
Gracias igual.
Gracias.